interested in your early experiences, you know, what you did as a young kid, a teenager, even as a young adult that projected your life and influenced this expansive career that you have now.
I was always interested in theater, I mean, forever. I mean, when I was a kid, went to Northwestern University, actually in film and television, but I ended up doing a lot of performance. But one thing I understood about myself was two things. One, that when I was in a play, I was thinking of it from the outside, not from the inside of a character out, but from the outside looking in. It's a really bad thing to do when you're in the play, is to think about the outside of the play. You have to think about your character from the inside. So I realized that brought me to direction, and the other thing is I wasn't as good as the other actors at Northwestern. I was artistic director of several theaters, including Theater of Note, which was a one-act theater, and I created a theater called Words Across Cultures, which was a very diverse, multicultural theater, and I was doing that at a time where that wasn't quite as popular as it is now. But and I did a lot of different things in Los Angeles. I worked with, I started working with playwrights in Newark. One of I guess the highlights of that was working with Guillermo Reyes on Men on the Verge of a His Panic breakdown, which was a comedy, again, a one-person show where one actor played 8 different gay, Latino, immigrant Catholic men, and they're very different, but it's all in this one body. And so that was successful. It ran a year in Los Angeles and won Ovation Award nominations and Ovation Awards. And then that ended up going to off-Broadway. And while I was doing mostly new work, when I came, I then came to Playwrights Theater of New Jersey, where I was artistic director there, again, working exclusively on new work, working with playwrights, developing relationships with them, and then seeing the plays go on to have lives of their own. One play that I developed there was a very popular play in high schools across the country called Radium Girls, about the young women who painted radium on watch dials and got cancer because of it. And that play is now opening in New York for the first time, but has been like the most popular high school play because, first of all, there are a lot of young women parts, but because it's also a very affecting play. So I developed those, and then when I ended up at UNC, I decided to take the world of new play development to UNC, and I created a thing called the Process Series, where it became this multidisciplinary project where I could work with plays, but also music, or interdisciplinary projects themselves, where different types of artists came together creating work. And being at a university, sometimes I'm even working in other departments like anthropology or even the sciences. We're working with an environmental scientist on a new global warming play coming up this year. So I seem to keep on gravitating, although I enjoy directing plays by dead playwrights. I seem to be attracted to a new work when I see something in it, and enjoy working with playwrights, and I like even having them in the room with me, which is sometimes some directors don't like having the playwright in the room with them, but I do, and I like the collaboration of that.